If you are looking to become a developer that owns a business, an entrepreneur, I suggest you watch this video. I've been doing this for 10 plus years, grinding it out, okay? Multiple types of businesses, from digital agency to digital products to microservices to software as a service. And I'm going to give you guys some of the best tips in this video. All right? If you're trying to get into this world of being an entrepreneur, right? This is the number one thing that I want to suggest to you is, number one, separate yourself from the business, okay? I give you a great example, right? You have a product, you have a service, okay? That business is, I don't know, xyzdesigns.com, right? When somebody talks about xyzdesigns.com, they're talking about xyzdesigns.com. They're not talking about you, all right? Now, sometimes you go in and you might be the face of it, right? You might be the face of the business, right? And you might feel like, hey, if someone talks about xyzdesigns.com, you take that personally. And I will suggest to you guys, don't do that, okay? When somebody goes in, leave a bad review, or doesn't like your product, doesn't like your service, they're talking about xyz.com. They're not talking about you, all right? I see this happen to a lot of entrepreneurs where they believe that when somebody talks about their business, they're talking about them, and, you know, that basically affects them emotionally, mentally, right? I've been guilty of that a couple of times, and over time, I realized that you have to separate the two, right? A business is a business, and you are you. Well, if you come in with that mentality, you're going to be fine. Because, again, you're not going to be able to make everybody happy. It's impossible, okay? And also, too, let's say, for example, you have employees. If your employees don't get to deliver on the service or give the quality of work that you basically want to give to your customers, all right, and your customers complain or whatever or anything, hey, don't take that shit personal on you. They don't like the service of xyz.com. They're not talking about you. Now, if you go in and you take it personally, that's something that's going to really affect you. Another thing, too, that I suggest for you guys is to build businesses that can run without you, okay? If you are the brain, if you are the heart and soul of the business, okay, in a sense, you don't really have a business. You just have a glorified job, right, that you have for yourself, okay? So you want to think about that, and you might say, what are you talking about? Well, I give you a great example. Let's say you have a restaurant, right? In that restaurant, it's great when you're cooking. But when you're not cooking the food, no one likes the food, okay? Then you don't have a business. You just basically have like a glorified job for yourself, okay? Real business owners can walk away from their business and it runs by itself. Or it runs smoothly when they're not there. A lot of times I see people come in and be like, yeah, man, I got a business, I got this, and that, right? You don't have a business. If it can't run without you, you don't have a business. It's not a solid business, okay? Also, too, when you have a business that's relying on you, it's going to be very hard for you to sell that business or anybody to put a real value to it, because if you're not there, the business does not work, then how can you sell it to somebody else? You get what I'm saying? It's going to be very difficult. So that's something that I learned over time that I wish somebody would have told me, right? Again, I've made a lot of mistakes in my career as a business owner, right? And trying things out, right? What works, what doesn't work, right? And I could tell you, when you go and follow those 2 tips, that's going to help you out a lot, okay, in the long term, because it's just going to save you a lot of headaches. Straight up. Okay. Also, too, you got to run your business like a business. A business is not going to be profitable if you're doing charity work, if you're trying to help everybody, right? That's not a business. That's a foundation. That's a, you know what I'm saying? That's a nonprofit. If you got a nonprofit, then you got to run it like a nonprofit, right? Where you're not paying no taxes, where you're just like, hey, we do this shit for free, right? We're here to help people. You got to go in and run your business like a business. You got to have certain policies, and those policies cannot be broken, okay? Sometimes, I've even had situations where I break my own policies. Somebody comes in and gives me a sad story, even though I know they're probably bullshitting. Hey, man, Joe, I'm sorry. I don't got a job right now. Would it be fine if, you could give me a refund for, the last year? I've seen situations where I've gone in and be like, yo, man, I understand your situation. Here you go. Right? That's not a business. You can't run a business like that. You can't go in and and be breaking policies. Right? Policies are made for a reason. Okay? Also, too, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't really go in and have a business that's got to be profitable if you're going into the business with the mindset of, I just want to provide the best service there is. Because sometimes, right, services need to be provided according to the pricing, according to how much the goods cost you, right? Like, I'll give you an example. If you are, let's say, you're a developer and you're building a software as a service, right? And let's say you're connecting to OpenAI, right? Or Claude or something like that, or some random API. But the users are using about $50 worth of API requests, right? And you're charging $20. Now, you might say, well, I want to have users. I want people to use my services, right? But you can't go in and do it at a negative. A lot of times this happens to a lot of startups and a lot of new businesses where initially they don't make no profit. And it's because of that. They want to go in and provide as much as they can. And then in the future, hopefully, because of the value that you provided to those users, right? Later on, when you go in and you say, hey, it's going to be $100 a month, right? Because we gave you $20 for X amount of years. Guess what those users are going to do? They're going to bounce. They're going to leave. They're not willing to pay what it really costs. And for you as a business owner, now you got to take the hit. That happens all the time. And it happens to almost everybody that I see out here that, when they jump into like doing online businesses, right? Sometimes you want to go in and provide so much services. But the truth is that everything costs money. So if everything costs money, you got to put that into perspective and say, well, if you want to provide this service, you got to charge this amount. If not, you can't provide that service because it costs money, right? If not, you're going to be left with the bill. Your customers are not there to go in and make your life easier. You're supposed to provide them a service that, they're willing to pay for. Now, if they're not willing to pay for all the extra bells and whistles, don't add the bells and whistles, okay? That's something that, again, I wish somebody would have told me. Right? Over time, there's a lot of stuff that you're going to make mistakes, and it's fine. But you have to understand that a business is a business. A business is not something that you do for your friends, right? It's not something that you're doing for your family members, for anybody. You're really doing it so the business could be profitable. If the business is not profitable, then you have to close it down and move on to your next business idea. Also too, talking about being the face of your business and things like that. I remember there was a interview from there's this guy called Cameron, right? This guy who's my favorite rapper of all time. I like his aura, his energy, right? And Cameron said, I own 7 Dunkin' Donuts, and no one knows that I own them. And then they asked, yo, but why not, man? You should be promoting it. You should be telling people that, you know, this is your business, that this is your Dunkin' Donuts, etc. And Cameron said, no, because if I tell people which Dunkin' Donuts I own, the people that don't like me, they're not going to eat there no more. And the people that like me but know me, they're going to show up looking for a discount. They're going to show up looking for free food, which at the end, I have to pay for it, right? And that's something that I've learned over time that I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. I saw this interview like almost 10 years ago, and I'm like, holy shit, he's right. You open up a deli right now, okay? The people that don't like you, they be like, oh man, fuck him. I'm not going to his store. I'm not going there, right? The people that like you, they're going to show up and be like, yo, to support. But at the same time, they'll be like, yo, man, yo, can I get this extra soda? I got you for the next time. And because you know them, you're like, yeah, don't worry about it. Mind you, if they do that 10, 20 times, right? Now you're spending $30, $40 on each person that comes in and gets a free soda. You get what I'm saying? So this type of shit happens all the time when you're jumping into businesses and you don't really pay attention to these things, right? For me, like I said, most of the businesses that I'm jumping into right now are what I call faceless businesses. No one needs to know I own it. No one needs to know I'm connected to it, right? This is something that I used to do back in the days with my niche websites. There's websites that a lot of developers have used, you know, back in the days with the CSS generators, you know, JavaScript generators, freaking sites where you will go in and looking for a specific item. You probably went to one of my websites. You know, it was in the top of Google. Okay, but no one knew that I owned it, right? And you know, we would get millions of unique visitors to those websites, right? But sometimes, you know, over time I realized is that, you know, when I become the face of the product or the service, the product, etc., or whatever it might be, right? I realized that it also brings a lot of negativity to it. Because it's like right now, you might watch me, like someone watches this channel and they might say, I don't know who the fuck is this guy. Who is this guy, right? I don't like him already. He don't even remind me of anybody that I know that knows how to code. He don't look like a developer, right? But if I go in, I give the same information to a random, I don't know, white dude or Indian dude, the same information, people will be like, man, he's such a visionary, right? He's such a visionary. Man, this guy is a genius. Mind you, this is the same information that I've been saying. All right? But they don't like the messenger, right? Sometimes people don't like the messenger. You get what I'm saying? Some people like it, some people don't like him. Okay? But that's something that I learned over time. It's like, yo, nah, the best businesses, the best way of doing it is like people don't even know you own it. Right? And also so that business can run by itself, and that, you know, if you're not there, right, that business runs smoothly. Also, too, you're not connected to this shit. You get what I'm saying? You're not connected lively, like, you know, personally, like you're not connected in any way. Like, I have a website right now that's doing pretty well, right? We just crossed 3,000 monthly recurring revenue, which is not much, but it's a website that we just launched like a month ago. So for me, I think that's a win, right? Because that lets me know, oh shit, in a month I was able to get it to 3,000, right? In 6 months, I could probably knock it out and get it to, you know, at least 10 to 15,000. And in a year or two, it could be at a $50,000 business on a monthly recurring revenue. Okay? But guess what? when people go there, they don't even know that's mine. God forbid I tell people right now, yo, this site that you guys been talking about, that people are talking about on Twitter, and people are talking about this and that, it's mine. Oh, the haters is gonna come out of nowhere. The people that be like, man, this and that. It's like, nah, man, put all that shit under LLC. Have that shit not connected to you, right? Put that shit through a corporation, right? Let them do the hard work and figure out who owns it, okay? So yeah, man, this is just a little tip that I wanted to give you guys for today. I think it's important for you guys to understand that, so y'all don't make the same mistakes that I've made over the years. That now I'm realizing, I'm like, yo, it's just not worth it, right? A couple of those mistakes. So take that as a gem, right? I know a lot of you guys are jumping into this world of starting your own businesses, which I'm super happy, because I remember some of you guys that came in that didn't even know how to code yet, and didn't know how to build a page, and now you're at a point where you're building your own software as a service, right? Which is progression. I love it. I love seeing that. Now is the back time. So I wanted to come in and give you guys this little tip, right? Again, and don't get this wrong. Sometimes people believe that creating a brand, a personal brand, can be valuable, but it also depends on the type of business that it is, okay? Like if you want to be a YouTuber, an Instagrammer, right, and you want to sell a product directly to people because they like you, right, then yeah, it could make sense to make a personal brand. But to be honest, the best businesses are the businesses that no one knows who the owner is. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's rich, that make a lot of money, and no one knows who owns their businesses, and if they even connected to it. You just see a guy, oh shit, he got a freaking Rolls Royce. How he makes money? He don't even tell you what company he owns. That's another thing too that I noticed, right? I had gone to, you know, a meetup, a business meetup, and all of the people that had the most money, that you could tell, you know what I mean? You could tell the Patek, you could tell the, you know, the clothes, the freaking, what's the name of that brand that has the little whale on the side? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The dude's dressing like mad casual with a little freaking whale on the side, right? Driving the XC90 Volvo and the little Patek Philippe on the watch. Those guys, they don't even want to tell nobody what businesses they own, right? But the people that's not even making that much money, they were like, yeah, I own this, I own that, I own this. It's like, bro, start moving smart, right? And that's something that I'm learning over time. And it's like, yo, you don't even want to tell nobody your fucking business. If you're making money there, that's for you to know, all right? But anyways, guys, it's your boy Joe, back at it again, codingphase.com. Guys, if you like the content that I do here, make sure you subscribe. Show me some love in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments. And definitely go check out codingphase.com if you're looking to learn how to code, if you're looking to get into the tech industry, if you're looking for somebody to mentor you and coach you all the way till you get your job, and then from there help you get your second job, then from there go in and help you build your own business. You got to come to Coding Phase. There is no better platform than that, and at the same time, at the price that we have it. It's just, you're not going to find anything else out there for that price. It's $1 a day. You come in and you sign up for a year, it's $1 a day, literally. You come in and you sign up for a monthly basis, guess what? You pay $3 a day, and you can cancel whenever you want. It's in and out. If you only need 1 month of help, cool, come in for just 1 month. If you feel you want to take advantage of the whole year price, sign up for the year. But again, I'm here to help you guys out. I'll see you guys later. It's your boy Joe, back at it again. codingphase.com. Peace.